Hi guys, so this is a follow-up on my previous video about the problems I'm having with the DD Pro. It's been quite some time. It's been a long process where I've been dealing with Fanatec in Europe, which I'll make another video about because I found out some very interesting stuff about Fanatec that I need to share with you guys. That will be the subject of another video, the process that I went through, and which was quite, I can advance, quite a little bit traumatizing. And so I ended up needed to send my DD Pro to China. That's where I bought it from, because I live here in Macau, nearby Hong Kong. And the guys in China have been awesome. They're always being in touch with me, and they received my DD Pro. They told me after a couple of days that the problem was actually on here on the collar that was not tightened enough. The explanation they gave me didn't really convince me because of all the tests that I've done before and that I shown on my previous video. But they sent me back. I got my wheel back mounted here on the cockpit, and I've tried it, and it really does not work. The wheel feels different after coming from them. Feels a little bit more responsive, feels a little bit more active, but still it fails. But it fails in a little different way than before. So remember that before I was saying that the wheel failed and I need to remove the wheel and put it back in. Now what I'm experiencing is that the wheel fails, and if I shake it, it comes back to work. And that's what I want to show you. I've just set up a little race here, and thank you for my wife for being filming. And I'm going to do a little race here. Hopefully you guys can see it failing. Sometimes it takes a little bit to fail, sometimes it's immediate. So let's go at this. I will make a little race here, and to be able to videotape the wheel failing itself. So let's go. So it's just a simple race. Okay, as you see, the wheel is working perfectly. It's quite hard to race against these. The wheel feels nice, but soon I believe it will fail.
A few moments later.
Okay, the wheel has failed. The wheel has failed again. Look, cannot downshift. Here, still in third. And downshifting. Second, still shows 91 here. Okay, none of the buttons work. Okay, the wheel has completely failed. Now, look, I'm going to shake the wheel, and hopefully, now it's got back to work. Okay, so the wheel has failed again. Let me just cancel these. Okay, so you're actually able to see it failing. The fact that they say that this screw is not well fixed, as I told you before, and before I sent it to China, it's not true. And it's not true because the specifications of this is to be tightened to 15 Newton meters. I've got a torque wrench, and this will come up in the next video that I will make about Fanatec. I have the torque wrench. This is exactly tightened to 15 Newton meters. The fact that I'm shaking the wheel, it suggests to me it's the problem in here between the connection between the wheel and the shaft and this QR1 light, which I will address later on. And because I'm completely convinced the problem is this, or otherwise there is another problem that I don't know, and because of that, and because I want to test it, I bought the QR2, okay, the shaft and the wheel side. So I need to spend more money to buy the QR2 that I will next mount it on this setup, and I'll test. So later on we will check whether this solves my problem or not. I'm hoping that it solves the problem. As you can see, and it failed in front of you, and has nothing to do, I checked, it's 15 Newton meters here, so it has nothing to do with the tightening of this, as I suspected. Something definitely wrong either with the QR1 light or with this wheel itself. Okay, so I will mount the QR2 and I'll be back to you with the result.
3 hours later.
Okay guys, I'm back after getting the QR2 installed there on my rig. I tested, I made a couple of races and everything seems to be working finally. So I do believe that this QR1 light, the plastic QR1, is the problem. This thing is a piece of crap. This thing is not worth it. This thing is just absolutely flawed. It doesn't meet the requirements and gives you problems. So this is a piece of junk that comes, actually, as I've said before, in what I think is quite a good equipment, the base and so on, and this should be the problem.